Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day today. So today we are making a cliffside modern house that kind of wanted to make a house that was built inside a cliffside or a mountainside. So that's basically what we're doing. So this is me trying to make up a little mound that their house is actually going to go in. So just creating all the different layers, trying to make it so it's a tiered sort of space, and then creating a basement bit so the house is also sunken into the ground a bit. And I tried to have this house be quite opposed to the landscape that it is in, so the land around it is all nice and free flowing and green, and has a lot of wild plants and rocks around it, whereas the architecture of the house itself is quite stark. It's blocky, and it's got some wood, but it's kind of grey and concrete. So now we're going to actually work on the house. So I started off with just building sort of big squares that came jutting out of the side of the building, well, out the side of the mountain I should say, and then kind of went from there, seeing how I could play with putting in spaces for the windows. So I kind of just took out one square so I could cut that out and make little indented areas for where I wanted the windows to be. And this house is furnished in more of a clean sort of modern way until you get to the basement, which is kind of a bit more of a unfinished sort of area. I actually, when I was building this, forgot that I had a basement because there were so many other floors, and kind of realised, because I built this house in two parts, I kind of realised in the second part of building this that I actually had more floors than I actually did. And I used a lot of the half walls about as well to sort of create more lines and more sort of divisions from the sort of man-made stuff and the more natural parts of this build. So I've made some flower boxes and some sort of extended the walls out to make natural barriers and all different stuff like that. I tried to pay more attention to the architecture in this build and tried to make it a bit more formal. I put a lot of formal plants and like scaled them up and scaled them down to create a more sort of pristine looking like landscaping around the build, so it kind of fit together with each other, if that makes any sense whatsoever. And now we're going to put the wallpaper on the outside, so I'm using one of the wood sort of trims from the spa day to kind of accent all the pillars, and then using sort of a brown grey stucco kind of wallpaper. I don't actually know what that one is, to make the wallpaper for all the indents and stuff like that. So we're just going around doing all the usual stuff. So this week I went for an interview, which was very exciting. Well, it wasn't really, it was so awkward. It was like really weird. It was half group, half individual. So the first bit we had to do a questionnaire, all sat in the same room together, which was already awkward to start off with because you don't really want to see the people who you're up against. There was four of us. It was me and another girl, and then two guys, and then I tried to like be sociable for once and to strike up some sort of a conversation when we all finished the questionnaire, and then only the girl would sort of answer me, and I was just like, okay, everyone's just gonna be awkward and weird, woohoo. Normally that is me, but this time it wasn't. So that was fun, and yeah, it seemed to go seemed to go okay, but who knows with people. And yeah, hopefully I'll get a second one. So now we're actually going to work on the inside layout. It's got a huge like footprint. I didn't actually think that it was going to have such a big floor plan. The two upper floors that have the bedrooms in are not quite as bad, because the whole top floor is just a master bedroom that has like a walk-in robe and a bathroom as well, and then the floor below has got 2 more bedrooms. But you can obviously, if you wanted to download this, which you can off the gallery, it's already up. It is called the Cliffside House, I think that's what I'm going to call it. Don't know yet, because I actually haven't made the title for it. So you can probably add more rooms and all that fun stuff that I've probably missed out by going into the mountain bit as well. So I'm just trying to work out all the different rooms and sort of figure out the different spaces in between. And then I worked on the how you'd actually get in to build itself, because obviously it's sunken down, so I thought I'd reflect how the stairs were that you had used to get up to the house to create this little entranceway down into the beneath part, because I was considering making a little bridge thing, but then I thought that would probably cut the landscape up quite a lot, so kind of have the Sims walk down and then back up again into the house itself. I also make a little carport as well for the cars to park, and I was just working on the landscaping, so I'm using those little, I think they're cypress trees, but they're the more like trim ones, so they look like they have a gardener come and maintain them all, so they're all nice and trim and proper. And then using the taller ones to make so I didn't want a fence, so I thought I'd try and create a natural fence by using those nice tall trees, and then going around and spamming a load of grass and some weedy bits, so you can kind of see it all, trying to blend it more into the landscape. And also use a load of rocks and scale them all up to create the little cliff face that we have on the other side, and then it creates a bit more of the difference between the two sides that I wanted. So we got the nice ruggedy area and then the clean modern sort of structure. I don't show all the landscaping on camera, because obviously nobody wants to watch me place a load of scaled up rocks for like 20 minutes. So I just do the one side and then do the other side in my own time. And I used a lot of the square bushes about as well to create sort of fences, because I still wanted you to be able to see through a lot of the structure itself, but also wanted to add a bit more greenery, so using that square bush to make a fence was quite fun. And then just planning out the back garden area, which does change once I actually start putting some furniture in, and then leaving a gap there so you can look out into the sea, and then just extending the front bit so I can put the carport in, because obviously you need somewhere nice to park all your swanky cars that you buy, or hopefully you haven't chosen a horrific colour like someone that I know has chosen a lovely horrific colour for his car. So they've gone to some standard colours, some nice blue and black. Not some awful colours. And then just making flower beds by using the half walls and just raising up the little square bushes. And now we're actually going to work on the interior. So this is the kitchen. So this floor is kind of a more informal floor, so it's more where the family would be, sort of where you'd got the kitchen and dining room together, and then you've got a sort of more snug living room, and then I think there's a gym as well down here, and a large bathroom for your Sims. So this kitchen kind of went for more plain colours than I do. So there's a lot of whites and greys and browns as well, using the wood timbering from the outside to use as accent walls in the house, and then using the white walls to contrast with it all. I also tried to add in some greenery as well, just to brighten it up a bit, because all the white does get a bit boring, in my opinion. You need some colour, and then using these sort of beigey coloured cabinets that I think they were a new patch, that kind of just add a bit of pop of colour. And also the bar area, it's such, using the get together light up things just to add some colour into this build, because it does. The bedrooms are a bit more colourful because they're obviously a bit more personal, but sort of more the living and dining areas and offices are a bit more stark and cold. And then I used because we had a lot of white walls and I didn't want to just cover them all in paintings and stuff, kind of used the windows and one of the archways to create sort of a open planned feel, so you can see through into different rooms, but also that they are their own separate room. And we had the jungle adventure trailer come out, I think it was yesterday. What's the day? I don't know. I think it was yesterday, but that looks super exciting. I can't actually wait for that. I hope to use that in the Let's Play somehow. Hopefully we can take him and the dog out for a good explore around the temple. It also looks like you can have skeletons like we have aliens as well, so that'd be pretty fun. Just make a load of skeletons in Creator Sim. That'd be super fun. It also looks like there'd be quite a lot of ways that you would be able to kill your Sim as well, which is always fun. There'd be a very short end to anyone's playthroughs if they just go into temples and start killing off all their Sims. So you can see that the living room it's got a few more browny tones and some greys and some plants, and using those modern sort of pictures about that we got in cats and dogs just to add some pops of colour in, but it's all quite neutral, quite plain. This room is a bit more homely than the one that's upstairs, which is more for people who have come to visit, because I imagine this one of the people who live here is maybe an architect or something, and they've designed this home for themselves. So this is the gym and like spa area bit. So we've got some bits from spa day, we've got the yoga mats, and we've got some running machine and treadmill and the boxing thing, and it's all quite white and full of mirrors as well. And I've got a TV next to the running machine, so you can if you get bored, you can watch some daytime TV, which is always the best. It's really not, but there's nothing better to do. And then this is the only bathroom that I show, because obviously everyone's seen how to furnish a bathroom, but this one was quite a large one, so I thought I'd keep it in, using a lot of the spa day stuff and the corner bath just to kind of give it a different feel, and using the brown accent colour as well on those parting walls, because I wanted to use quite a lot of glass, so I wanted to use glass doors all the way through this build. So I kind of wanted some sort of privacy to the room, so people aren't just like walking along the corridor and seeing you taking a bath or something like that, which is quite funny. And then it used a lot of the laundry day stuff like towel racks in this build as well, because They are always quite fun, making like little ladders and stuff out of them. And then we had this really awkward space in the corner here, so I thought I'd make a little sort of reading space. So I put in the Parenthood bookshelves and just some seating about, and I think I put a nice picture up. There wasn't that much to do with that space really, and then I had to keep deleting all the stuff that I'd accidentally placed inside the build as well. It's all the some of the rocks were clipping through, which I didn't mind in the bit that was supposed to be the mountain, but obviously you don't want some random rocks coming into your house. And then this is the main study office area, so I thought this would be where the architect's kind of clients come in and get their plans, or come in for meetings on how they're gonna approach stuff. So he's kind of got this double desk and sort of created a unique mat by connecting all different shades of black and white and grey to make it a bit different, and then adding in some plants. And then this is the formal living area, which is a huge space. I didn't actually realize that it was this big, so we've kind of got this huge sort of entertaining space, and connected together those coffee tables that have the greenery underneath to make a triple long coffee table, and added in the spa day sort of concrete backed seats, because they were great to use all around this build. They fitted in so well, and I was struggling what else to put in this. I didn't want to put in, I was thinking about putting in another kitchen area, but I was just like, why would you wouldn't have a kitchen area? Then I completely forgot about like the grand pianos and stuff, so I do end up putting in, I think I put in a grand piano and add some like weird art sculptures that are about, so it kind of makes it that you're trying to impress someone. And we add in a chess table as well. Yeah, there's me adding in the grand piano, and I think I put a mat as well underneath that, or I don't. And then this is the second entrance, I think. So we're putting in some seating areas, some little used out wall plant that's supposed to be used on the outside as like a little table where you might throw your keys and stuff, and then add some seating area and some plants. And then this space was like super awkward, because I didn't want to add another seating area because it was like way too many already. So I kind of turned it into like an art area. So we've got some scaled up, like the half a torso and the wall one and the little egg thing, and just made it into a nice expensive art area, and added some classic chairs and a nice lighting feature. The sculpture that I wanted to put in there, I did actually use outside. I kind of remembered that we had the square sort of cube thing with the water fountain, and kind of added that outside as well. So this is the basement that I forgot about, so I turned it into sort of a fun area. So we've got all the gaming machines and the karaoke, and we've got the dance floors, and got bubble machines and foosball tables and all the stuff from Get Together, basically all the fun stuff. And then I made a little laundry room in here as well, so we've got 2 washers and dryers, and we've got a load of hampers, a bit of a seating area, and kind of made it into their own little washing space. I suppose if you had a butler or anything like that, then you could probably turn this basement area into their sort of living quarters, and then put the dance lights about, and then try to make some seating areas and sort of a gaming area as well, with the TV sort of adding the different games consoles and just all the sort of kid stuff and some fun stuff, because obviously they wouldn't want that cluttering up the main part of the house. But down here it's kind of out the way, sort of tucked away underneath, and it's not got an exit to the outside where those windows are. You could probably put one in if you wanted one, but I also forgot that there was you need stairs to get down here as well, so I had to kind of faff about with trying to put in the stairs when I've already littered the wall that I wanted to put it on with all the sort of wall lights and the posters as well. Try to make it like a cool room. And now we're going to try and put in the stairs, which is a bit of a faff because I can't actually see where I'm putting the stairs at the moment. I'm trying to fit the things together, but it all works out. And the stairs don't take up too much space in this build, considering that they're all too wide, I think. And now we're working on, I think this is the second floor up. So this has a kid's bedroom and a guest bedroom, or an older Sims room. So it's still, even though it's a kid's room, it's still quite a muted tones, but try and bring in sort of some fun by using that spooky tree wall and then adding the tree decals on the back as well. And all the bedrooms have sort of layered curtains over any of the windows, so it kind of looks like you can pull the curtains all the way across the windows. So if you want to have a bit of privacy, then you can do, because obviously you don't want people looking in all the time, and obviously all the natural light coming through this build would be a bit of a nightmare. So the kids' room is kind of fun. We've got some toys and kind of pick more white variants of stuff, but it still feels like they actually use the room, even though it is more of a playing a kid's bedroom than I normally do. And adding in a few lights, because I realized it was actually quite dark in that little hallway because the sun doesn't get round to it until much later. So just adding in some wall lights. And then this is the second bedroom. So this has a dressing area, and I wanted to separate, because we've got the windows that look in, so I wanted to put a little half wall in to sort of block them and give them a bit more privacy. And then we've got the built-in wardrobes at the back, and then I pop a mirror on the back, so that's kind of their getting ready area. And then I tried to do something a little bit different with the side tables, so I kind of used different scales of them to create little, it's like half tables underneath, so there were two ledges underneath them, so they kind of were multi-functional tables rather than just having the one side bit. And then they've got a few little hidden seating areas, and then I added in an art canvas and a piano, the small keyboard area. So I thought they would be the sort of musical or creative sim that has to come down when they have friends over and play the piano while all the adults are whining and dining or whatever they're doing. And then just adding in a few of the canvases about, just to add a bit of pop of colour, because it's getting a bit creamy and white in there. And then this is the master bedroom, so this takes full advantage of all the views, and it's the whole floor. So there's a dressing area which leads onto the bathroom, and then they've got a partitioned part as well for the bedroom, so it's more private. So it's putting another half wall, so you can sleep and not be disturbed. And I kind of go for the more dark wood in this room, kind of picking out the tone of the wallpaper, and use the a different version of the tables as well. So we got the three kind of ones, so they could all be slotted in underneath or dragged out and put somewhere else. And then just adding in all the lot of seating areas. There wasn't actually too much to add in the main bedroom itself in this one, because obviously they've got quite a big wardrobe space, so it was kind of just adding in some side tables and some plants and a few bits and bobs to pop around. But I can't imagine there'd be people that kept a lot of thing on display. They probably have some good storage space for all their crap that they actually have but don't want to show anyone. And then trying to find a little thing to go mirror the clock that I put up on there, because none of the other pictures were sort of working for me. And then we get on to the bathroom eventually, so that kind of takes inspiration from the bedroom as well. So we're using dark colors and used a partition wall to put the corner bathtub in as well, so someone can be like doing their makeup or getting ready by the sink, and then someone else can be having a bath at the same time. So I don't know whether that actually works in the sim, but just putting a half wall, and then they'll be all fine. And then trying to add in some lighting, because it's quite dark at the top of the house. And I think that is nearly everything. And we still got the outside to do. I think that was quite fun. It's like adding in the toddler shade, and so I haven't used that in a build for quite a long time, because I never have anywhere that's sort of big enough, or it warrants sort of having that bigger sort of outdoor space. Normally I just kind of like using the fencing to create my own little little shade area, and then just adding in some of the outdoor seating. And we've got some easels on the top there for the person whose bedroom it is on that level, so they can go out and paint the natural landscape. And I think add in a barbecue area as well at the bottom, and a what they use in the round dining table from the laundry stuff to go underneath the awning, because that fit in perfectly with the stuff. And then using the more industrial unlockable counters, because I thought they'd make great outdoor sort of sturdy things to cook and prepare stuff on. And then we'll pop the little flip-flop lights off, because I thought that'd be quite a fun thing for them to have near the pool. And then just I added some balloons about as well. I don't know why. I thought they'd be quite into their parties, so they have constant balloons. And then added the city living wall grass decoration, just to add a little barrier. And then we've got a communal seating area, which uses the heater coffee table in it, so you can keep warm. And then I wanted to add some little loungers, so just used one of the seats. I was going to use the one with the books underneath, but I thought that looked a bit weird for being outside. So even though we don't have weather yet in The Sims, it's still a bit odd that you keep a load of books outside. And then just adding in a few sculptures here and there, and just adding the finishing touches to the outside, and add those like curved glass wall things from Get Together. I don't know whether I like them anymore though. I'm still in two minds about whether to keep those on, because they do change the outside colour of the build a bit, but it does blend it in and make it a bit more natural looking. And just lining most of the windows with plants, and then make a little green wall area outside the front door, just to make it a bit more eco sort of friendly, and that they've actually thought about the environment that they are in. And I did go around afterwards and finish off all the different bathrooms, but nobody really wants to see that. And then that's what, just doing the lighting so you can see what it looks like at night. So most of the house is actually lit up from the inside, it comes out, but just adding a few spotlights under the artworks and just about in key locations. And then I raised up some of the cats and dogs lights to make it look like they got specific outdoor lighting for their dining area. And I think that might be just about it, and we can have some wonderful little screenshots while I finish off hiding light everywhere. I don't think I added an outdoor bin, but there we are. There's some different shots of the outside and then into the floor plans. So I hope you enjoyed this build. If you did, give it a like, and if you'd like to see any more, then feel free to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.